Hello again, Ronnie C. here. I'm going to talk today about books. Reading is fundamental. Have you heard that when you were in school back in the old days? Reading is fundamental. People still read today. They maybe read a little different way, but they read. I want to talk about material that's available to you that you should be reading. I'm going to recommend a few books to you. I'm going to recommend a few authors to you. And what I want you to do is start building your library. I have roughly about 700 books in my library. I find something interesting, I buy it. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't read everything verbatim. I will go through it and highlight and underline and underscore, and I will go through again and again and again. But I will tell you, there's some really good things out there. I want to start with my first sales training book. Going back to when I was a child, this was given to me by my parents, and it's called Green Eggs and Ham by Dr. Suess. This is a great book, and if you're in sales and you don't have Dr. Seuss's Green Eggs and Hams, go out and buy one. You may have it already because you may have bought it for your children, but what it is, it's a book on selling. Sam I Am was trying to sell green eggs and ham, and he went to this gentleman and said, what if I sell it to you this way or that way or the other way? And he kept rejecting him and saying no, and he kept closing. I mean, closing techniques, unbelievable in this book. Unbelievable. He closed them every which way he can possibly close them. But it's a simple book. I love it because it's been with me since I was a child, Green Eggs and Ham. In fact, I've had some people that I've known over the years sign the book. So you'll notice some signatures here. One up in particular right here in the corner, Larry Seymour, is a gentleman that I met back some years ago when he was working with the Glenn Turner organization, Dare to Be Great. And Larry signed my book, and I remember going into his car, and he had a Cadillac, and it was a white Cadillac, and the guy wrote things on his ceiling and on his seats with magic markers. He was the wildest guy you ever want to meet. But the guy was a book fanatic. He says, Ron, I read every waking chance I can get. I pick up the good stuff, and I read it, and I glean from it what I can use to be more successful. Another book, Raving Fans. Now, this is only one. I'm not saying that it's the only one I want you to read, but I want you to read anything by Ken Blanchard. Anything. And also by Sheldon Bowles. These guys are on the money, on the mark. Anytime you see a Ken Blanchard book, pick it up. These books are very thin. You can read this book probably in about 2 or 3 hours, get through it, understand it. All kinds of books. Who Moved My Cheese, Raving Fans, they go on and on. Excellent material, quick to read, and gives you hard stuff to use right away. How about this one? This is by Carl Sewell, and it's called Customers for Life. One of the things you want to start building with your business today is, am I able to get my customers to continue to do business with me? Because if they don't send you referrals, if they don't repeat, they're not customers for life. So what you want to have are people that are always sending you other referrals, giving those referrals, refer other people to you. Again, you keep building that downline. But Carl Sewell's Customers for Life, excellent book. And I'll tell you, Carl Sewell is a car dealer. He's got 2 dealerships, one in New Orleans and one in Dallas, Texas, next to Love Field. And if you go to one of his dealerships, you will be truly amazed. I'm the biggest fan of this gentleman right here, Tom Peters. Go to tompeters.com, look at his material. This is the guy that's been my mentor for years. I am so impressed with anything that Mr. Peters does. And his website is absolutely phenomenal. He does a program that he tours the country with called Lessons in Leadership. If you see him at a local community college or university, pay the $175, go to see him. The man is amazing. But right now what I want you to do is go to tompeters.com. Look at his material. He's got great stuff. Thriving on Chaos, Lessons in Leadership, A Passion for Excellence. These are all books that Tom Peters has written. They're unbelievable. Another book by Ken Blanchard, Sheldon Bowles, Big Bucks. Big Bucks. We all want to make money, don't we? We do this for the money. I do it for the money. You do it for the money. Why not read what people are saying about how to make that money? This is an excellent book to pick up. Again, anything by Ken Blanchard I want you to read. Another organization that I'm really high on, and the author's name is Mac Anderson. He used to have a company called Successories. You may have heard of that company. Just go Google Mac Anderson. They're going to bring you to his organizational page and what he does, and I'm telling you, the guy is amazing. He's got a company now called Simple Truths, simpletruths.com. And Mac Anderson will give you these short little books that really have a strong message. I probably buy these, I'm going to say 6 to 8 times a year. They come sometimes with a DVD, and you have the associated DVD and the book. Excellent material. Mac Anderson, Simple Truths. You're going to want to do that. Another guy that I'm a big fan of, and I've read 2 of his books, and he has 2 out, Harvey Mackay. Harvey Mackay, Swim with the Sharks Without Being Eaten Alive, and Beware of the Naked Man That Offers You His Shirt. Excellent material. Harvey Mackay is a businessman that owns a company called Mackay Envelope. Now, why would you think a guy that sells envelopes would write a book? Because his envelope company is ridiculously successful. And why is it successful? Because he demands of his salespeople certain things that a lot of companies don't really look at as being important. He has something called the Mackay 66, and that's in Swim with the Sharks Without Being Eaten Alive. He requires his salespeople to have 66 individual bits of information about their customers. So his salespeople are intimate with their customers. They know about them, they know who they are, they know their educational background, their family, they know a lot of information about their customers. These aren't by far the only books I want you to read. But now they're also available online. They're available through, you can go get a Nook book reader. You can go into all the various bookstores. They all have a device that you can get where the books are simply online. You flip the pages, read them right there. You can read them in the sun. The screens don't even glare. I've got one. I use it. I use my iPad the same way. You buy books, read them. You can share them with other people. Excellent stuff. I'm telling you, if you're not reading material, most of the time, if you're not gathering information, planting up here, most of the time, you're backing up. And I know you don't want to back up. I know you want to go forward. We want to help you go forward. That's why we've created this particular program at Market Domination Group, because of the sales, the motivational, the leadership techniques, the things that we can provide for you to make you more successful. What we want you to do is not only subscribe to what we're doing, but subscribe to the things we're talking about. Reading, watching, listening, doing the things it takes to be a success. At MDG, we have a saying, something that makes you money doesn't cost you money. We will make you money, which means we're free. Have a great day, guys. Until next time, Ronnie C.